Hi yogis, I'm really excited to get back into yoga with you. For this first video, I just wanted to get the wiggles out and flow. It's just about 30 minutes. We're going to go slowly, we're going to go gently, we're just getting our wiggles out. I've done one class in the last 4 years a couple days ago, and it made me realize that I want to start moving again and I want to start flowing again. But I wanted to get that first one out, just me moving with my body. So when you're ready, go ahead and stand at the front of your mat, palms facing outwards, and start to catch your breath. When you're ready, inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. Maybe your palms touch. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Let your heads hang. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Have a strong neck. Exhale, forward fold all the way down again. Let that head hang. Inhale, sweep the hands back up to the sky. Open up your chest. Look in between your fingertips. And exhale, hands come to prayer and heart and center. Reset here. Hands by your sides. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up to the sky. Open the chest. Exhale, forward fold again. You do not have to touch the floor here. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold again. These are half sun salutations. Inhale as you sweep your hands all the way back up to the sky. And I think we're going to find a cactus here. Yes, open and stretch that chest. Oh my gosh. Hands back up to the sky, and then exhale, forward fold all the way down. We're skipping, recentering at the middle. Inhale, hands on your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, gently step back into a plank. Because this is our first plank, drop those knees down and lower down to the ground. Scoop that chest forward for a baby cobra. And then press yourself up and back into a child's pose. So all I want you to do in this child's pose is rest your chest towards the floor. Let your belly sit on your thighs. Let your butt sink back towards your heels. But I want your hands firmly planted into the floor. You're going to come forward, flip the toes, and find yourself into a downward facing dog. You can walk the dog out here, but what I'm focusing on is hands planted onto the floor, shoulders pulling away from the ears, not creeping up towards your neck, and then pulling your chest in towards your thighs. You're going to walk those feet up to your fingertips, as many steps as it takes. Inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold again, reach towards the floor, and then inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Maybe find a cactus here if you'd like to. Oh, big stretch. And then find your hands back in prayer at heart and center. Reset here, catch your breath. And then when you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky and prepare to exhale, swan dive all the way down. Let the head hang. Inhale, halfway lift, hands resting on the shins. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, step back into your plank. You can keep your knees lifted or drop your knees down. Chaturanga, scoop the chest forward on an inhale for a baby cobra or full cobra. You're pulling with your chest, not your forehead. And then exhale, child's pose or downward facing dog, whatever feels best. Again, your feet do not have to be flat on the floor. Your legs do not have to be straight. All I want is your chest gravitating towards your thighs and your shoulders away from your ears. When you're ready, come up onto your tippy toes and step in between your hands. Inhale for a halfway lift. Your hands are resting on your legs if that's where they are. They're not putting pressure on your knees. Exhale, forward fold again. Feel good here. Oh, we're going to come into a ragdoll. So let your belly start to rest on your thighs. It doesn't matter. You can see in the video, my legs are so super bent here. All you're looking for is your upper half of your body starting to relax and release and just hang. Let your legs carry you. You can grab opposite elbows or you can wrap your arms around the backs of your knees. Whatever feels good for you. Start to reset. Find a halfway lift. I'm in an easy halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold again. Plant the hands, step back into a plank. We're going to flow through a vinyasa, whatever that vinyasa means to you. If you're going to chaturanga, squeeze your elbows into your sides. I don't want you looking up at the sky in your upward facing dog. I want you pulling forward with your chest. Find a child's pose or a downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky, leading with the heel. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. You can bring your hand as a helper to put your foot where you want it to go. We're going to come into high lunge. So back heel is lifted. Bring your chest up. I like to put my hands on my hips and just kind of make sure that I'm centered before I come into the full pose and bring my hands to the sky. Your right knee is directly over your right ankle. Your back leg, you can bend it a little bit more and then scoop your belly button up towards the sky to release some of that lower back pressure. When you're ready, plant your hands back to the ground and we're going to flow through a vinyasa, whatever a vinyasa means to you. If you're going to chaturanga, keep your elbows in towards your sides. If you're going to full up dog, pull with your chest, not your forehead. You can find a child's pose or you can find that downward facing dog. But when you're ready, leading with your heel towards the back wall, lift your left leg up and then step in between your hands. Remember, it doesn't have to go there the first time. You can use your hand to help you bring that foot where you want it to go. We're going to find our high lunge on the other side. Your left knee is directly over your left ankle, so double check that. Make sure that your low back feels good. And then when you're ready, the hands shoot up to the sky, middle fingers reaching towards the ceiling. We're going to flow through a vinyasa again. So when you're ready, plant the hands, step back into a plank. Chaturanga down, use your knees if you need to. Scoop the chest forward, baby cobra, full cobra, or upward facing dog, leading with the chest. Find your downward facing dog. We're going to go through this again, except we're going to do a warrior two. So inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky, leading with the heel. Exhale, step in between your hands. Maybe it goes there a little bit more easier now. Drop your back heel down so the outside of your foot is parallel to the back wall, and then windmill your hands up. So now your hips are facing the side wall. Your front knee is still going forward towards your front toes, and your back leg is very strong. You don't need your hips facing 100% towards that side wall because then it's going to make your knee drop in. So you want a strong front knee and you want to stretch on that inner thigh. Let's do a reverse triangle. Yeah, straighten that leg, bring that hand all the way back. And then let's find a triangle. My triangle is so iffy, guys. So all I'm going to do is kick my back kick out like I have attitude and then slide my hands down for a triangle pose. See how not in my triangle I am? You don't have to be in an intense triangle to feel that stretch. Come back to a warrior two. So bend that knee, reach your arms long, maybe look over your front middle finger, and then windmill those hands back to the ground and flow through a vinyasa. You can hear my baby in the background. This is what this is going to be, guys. It's going to be, it's going to be wild. Oh, hopefully it's going to be relaxing for you. Let's do it on the other side again. So leading with the heel, lift the left leg up to the sky. Find a stretch and then exhale, step in between your hands. We're going to find a warrior two here. So plant the back heel down and then windmill your hands up. So I want to sink my hip down, but I also want that knee to be wide open. Back leg, geez Louise, all these noises in the jungle. So I'm opening my hip, but I'm also feeling my hip sinking down, if that makes sense. My arms are long, like two people are standing on either side of my fingers, pulling my arms away from my center body. It's burning and it's supposed to be burning. It's not supposed to be hurting, but the muscles are supposed to feel like they're working. Let's relax that quad and do a reverse triangle, feeling a stretch, reaching, high-fiving the wall behind us, and then let's find a real triangle. Come back to center, kick your hip out like you have attitude, lean forward, and then drop your fingers down. So what's really important in triangle, the most important thing, is that you're not putting all of your weight on that front leg. You just want to rest that arm. Reaching up. My triangle is not beautiful like it used to be. That's okay. Let's come back into our warrior two. Find center here. Shoulders away from the ears, sinking into our hips. And then when you're ready, inhale and then exhale. Swan dive those hands all the way down and step back into your plank. Vinyasa here. You don't even have to do a vinyasa if you don't want to. You can drop the knees. You can go straight to child's pose. If you're going to do an upward facing dog, pull forward with your chest. Let's rest here in a child's pose. Catch your breath. Warrior two is so hard. It's supposed to take a lot of energy out of you. It's a strong pose. You're supposed to be using a lot of muscle. So if you need to take a couple extra seconds to find your breath, that is totally cool. But when you're ready, find your downward facing dog. Pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Downward facing dog is not supposed to suck. Step in between your hands and find yourself into a halfway lift. Shoulders are pulling away from the ears here still. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Maybe we reach our toes. Inhale, sweep the hands up to the sky. Oh, cactus, open the chest. Yes, it feels so good right here. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer at heart and center. Okay, we are going to find a tree pose. And I think I'm going to actually end up having to grab the baby because she's being a little crazy. But what I want you to do is maybe this is a good time to grab some water. This would be a good time to shake it out, run for a pee break, grab your own child if you need to. I don't think this will work with my toddler, but this is definitely having to work with my baby, my newborn. But go ahead and stand somewhere on your mat. You can stand at the top of your mat. You can stand in the middle of your mat. You can stand on the edge of a coffee table like I have been. And you're going to plant your feet down. Okay, so you're going to start with your feet about hip-width distance apart. And you're going to take your right foot and you're going to put your heel of your foot. Yeah, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Just get comfortable with that foot not on the ground. You can put your right heel on top of your left ankle. Your toes are still on the ground. You're going to practice what it feels like standing tall, keeping your hips aligned center, facing the front of the room, with your knee, your right knee, pulling out towards the side of the room. Now, you're not dislocating anything here. But if you feel good, if you feel like you can keep your knee wide and keep yourself steady, you're going to bring your foot to the calf. Not the knee, the calf. And then if you feel really good here, I mean, maybe you have a baby on your hip like I do, you can bring your foot all the way up into your upper inner thigh. If that doesn't feel good, you don't have to do that. You can drop your foot in any of those three places. On the ankle, on the calf, or on the upper thigh. We are not putting anything on our knee here. You can bring your hands into prayer at heart and center. You can sway your arms. You can fall out. You see I just fell out of it. It's totally cool. Wherever you are. What's cool about tree pose is every single yogi can do some sort of tree pose. When you're ready, let's find our way into the other side. You can give your baby some kisses like I am here, or you can get a sip of water. You can shake it out. Tree pose is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to laugh at yourself. You're supposed to fall out of it. It's a never-ending pose. Every single yogi can find a challenging tree pose. So let's get on the other side. So spread your right toes wide. Shake out that left foot. Find yourself in some sort of balance. You can start with your heel on your ankle, your toes on the ground. You can come up into your calf. Or if you're feeling a little bit crazy today, you can reach for that ankle and pull it all the way up into your thigh. So what you're looking for is a left thigh pulling towards the back wall and your hips facing the front of the room. If you pull your knee and all of a sudden your hips shoot left, it's too much. You're always trying to reach it opening, feeling a stretch on the inner thigh, but you're not trying to do it so much that you're like wonking all the way out to the side. Feeling good here, feeling balanced. Maybe you close your eyes. If you're holding a baby, maybe you don't close your eyes. Go ahead and come to the top of your mat. Plant your feet down, hip width distance apart, spread your toes wide, and bring your hands out towards your sides. Inhale, sweep the hands up towards the sky, and exhale, forward fold all the way down. Maybe you reach your toes. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into a plank, and we're going to flow through a chaturanga. Maybe baby cobra, maybe full cobra, pulling forward with the chest. And find yourself in a child's pose. Oh, bring your knees extra wide here. Really pull your chest down. I'm not too worried about your fingertips reaching forward in this one because it's towards the end of the practice. I want you to just feel good. I want you to get a nice back stretch. Not too focused on strengthening those shoulders anymore. We're more so focusing on gently finding a deeper pose here. So knees super wide, hips sinking down, chest sinking down. And then if you see my forearms are fully on the ground because I scooted my elbows back towards my knees so that my shoulders get some breaks. Just breathing here. When you're ready, come on up and find yourself into a seat. Making our way into a butterfly pose. The soles of the feet are together. Go ahead and grab your toes, drawing your outer thighs towards the ground. We are not rolling up into a ball here to try to get our forehead to the ground. I am not the flexiest person in the world. I wasn't 4 years ago. I wasn't 6 years ago. I wasn't 8 years ago. And I am not going to be right now. So I want you to draw your outside thighs towards the floor. I don't want you to pull your knees towards the floor. They do not have to be flat. And I want you to pull your chest towards your toes. I don't want you to be in a rounded back. I don't want you to try to get your forehead to the floor. I just want you to feel a stretch. Okay, I know I have some flexi lexis out there, so just because you see me sitting up straight doesn't mean I want you sitting up straight here. I want you going until you feel a stretch. So my flexi lexis, if your forehead touches the floor, go ahead and do that, but don't force it there. All we're trying here is to inhale, find some length in the spine, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, find some length in the spine. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. And if you don't go any deeper, that's fine. All you're doing is breathing. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come up out of our butterfly, and we're going to extend our left leg straight. So keep your right foot bent into a butterfly position, and your left leg comes out straight. You're going to lead with your heel. So pull your toes back towards your shin and kick with your heel. I have a baby on my right leg that's pulling my leg down. But unless you have a baby on your leg, you're just going to have gravity do its thing. So you're going to feel your right leg pulling towards the ground. You're not pushing it. You're just feeling it gravitate there. And then you're going to be pulling your left toes towards your left shin, feeling that stretch on your calves as you do that. You have the option here to kind of hang out and play. I like to twist in this. You can fold over, whatever feels best for your body. Every single body is different here. So I like to twist a little bit. I like to fold over my right bent leg. Sometimes I like to fold over my left leg. But just a reminder here that I am really, really, really tight in my body. If you're a flexi lexi, just go wherever you feel the stretch. You can go towards the right leg. You can go towards the left leg, whatever you feel like you're needing today. And then again, you inhale, you breathe, you expand the space. You exhale, you see if you can fold a little bit deeper into that. Okay, here, I don't know if you saw me do it in the video, but I bent my left leg. So I have the same shape of legs in both of my legs. So I bent my left leg back so that my toes are pointing to the back of the room, but my left knee is pointing towards the front of the room. I'm not sure what this pose is called, but oh man, it feels so good. And you can stretch, you can fold over, you can kiss a baby, you can twist, whatever feels best for you. This is kind of a do-it-yourself stretch. You can place your right hand onto your left knee. You can place your left hand onto your right knee, whatever feels best for you. And then when you're ready, slowly unwind out of this, and we're going to come into the other side, the half butterfly. So your left leg is going to be bent, your right leg is going to point out straight. The biggest thing here is that your bent leg gravitates towards the floor. You're not pushing it. It's just letting gravity do its job, but you're feeling a stretch on the inner thigh. And then the other thing is that your toes are not just dilly-dallying, hanging out. Your toes are actually doing something. So you're sticking your heel away from you and you're pulling your toes in towards your shins. So you're feeling that calf stretch on that straight leg. Everything that we do in yoga has intention behind it. So even that leg that's straight, we want that intention of pulling and feeling the stretch. And then again here, you can put a baby on your leg, you can twist, you can stretch, you can feel whatever feels good for you, whatever your body's asking for in this pose. It's just nice to get the bent leg and the straight leg. And then we inhale, we find expansion, and we exhale, and we fold a little bit deeper. Where we inhale, we find expansion, and then we exhale, we twist a little bit deeper. When you're ready, go ahead and find that funky legged twist. So the straight leg, you're going to bend it and you're going to point the toes towards the back of the room and point the knee towards the front of the room. Again, you can twist, you can stretch, you can fold. If you have a baby, kudos, because it takes the difficulty level up a couple notches because you have weight on one of your legs. But this is such a nice quad stretch for me. If you have really tight quads, this might feel challenging, but it's also going to stretch it so nice. Go ahead and take your time and find your way onto your back. So unfold those legs, come up into a seat, and then maybe rock yourself onto your back. You can windshield wipe your knees here, so keep your feet on the ground and rock your knees left, and then right, and then left and right. We're just feeling some movement in our sacral spine. So our lower part of the spine, we're just rocking our hips back and forth. And again, if you're super tight down there, it feels like a massage. You can bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. You can even come into a happy baby where you grab the soles of your feet and bring your knees close into your armpits. Whatever feels good for your body. Whatever your body's asking for. If you don't have a baby on your legs, you can come into a shoulder stand or a plow pose. You can come into a reclined butterfly, which is basically just laying on your back with the soles of your feet together. Whatever your body is asking of you. Every single body is asking something different because some of us stand all day. Some of us sit all day. Some of us have a really long commute and an uncomfortable bucket seat of a car. Every single person is doing something different. So we let our bodies whisper to us and tell us exactly what it needs. When you're ready, go ahead and release yourself down into our final resting pose. You can place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart and just breathe. Start to notice your body sinking into the floor, sinking into the mat, becoming one with the earth. See if you can close your eyes and let your eyebrows relax. A lot of us scrunch our eyebrows together and we have no idea that we're doing it. Unclamp your jaw. Feel your teeth remove themselves from each other. The top part of your jaw from the bottom part of your jaw. And then take the tongue away from the roof of the mouth or away from the back of the teeth. A lot of the times, like I said, we scrunch our forehead together, but we have no idea that we've been clamping our jaw down for so long. We forget what it feels like to relax our faces. And then little by little, from your eyebrows to your chin, your shoulders, your fingertips, your spine, all the way down into your ankles, you're feeling yourself get heavier and heavier and relaxed. Maybe your breath slows. And we just breathe. If you're like me and you have a baby close to you, we're trying to find calm within the chaos. We are trying to be the center of the tornado. So even though our kids might be running around and being wild like they're supposed to be and getting into things and being creative and exploring the world, our job is to be the calm within that chaos. Their structure. Their unconditional structure. Their unconditional calm. So even if that means meditating or trying to meditate at the end of our practice with the baby on our stomach, we're still trying to be, again, the calm within the chaos. When you're ready, whatever it means to you, go ahead and make your way into a seat. So however you want to come up into that seat. Maybe you put a baby in your lap. or a child in your lap or next to you. And cross your ankles, whatever feels comfortable. And keeping your eyes closed. I want to sincerely thank you for flowing with me as I come back into this journey of practicing yoga and teaching yoga and offering to you what I have kept from you for so many years. My heart is open and flowing into your heart. And I appreciate you, and I see you, and I love you. And I bow my head to you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.